Hello and welcome to another video on my channel. This video is going to be more, what's the exact word I'm looking for to describe this video? What we're going to be talking about is mainly DPS numbers and just how good this Trophy Hunter sniper rifle is right here. I have a whole bunch of damage numbers and reload timings right in front of me on a notepad. So I'm going to be going over a good little bit. Also, I have some reload numbers for field prep and the reload masterwork. Reload masterwork I'll explain that one in a second, but there could be an issue with the number I have for that one. But also have damage numbers for firing line, vorpal, and boss spec. But because the main sniper rifles I'm going to be covering here are all going to be legendary snipers. I don't want to mention exotic snipers like Izanagi's Burden, because Izanagi's Burden, I believe under the right conditions, can easily outdamage something like maybe a Tranquility or a Trophy Hunter. I've noticed, and I didn't bother getting damage numbers for Izanagi's Burden to see how good it actually is in terms of DPS. But I truly and personally believe that Izanagi's Burden is going to be your best DPS sniper rifle in the game. But like I said, I'm going to try to only cover. I'm only going to be covering Tranquility, Soul Survivor, and Trophy Hunter. I have two versions here. This one down here was supposed to be my PvP role, so it's not really. I don't really have it decked out too terribly well. For point being is, it could be a better role for PvP, but. Trophy Hunt. This is my Trophy Hunter. This is the one in particular we're going to be talking about for DPS. I didn't realize I don't have many kills, so I figured I might as well get the video together and talk about its straight up DPS numbers, because I like it already, irregardless. In any case, though, let's start with Tranquility. This is going to be your kinetic sniper rifle. Your usual role for this is going to consist of something like a magazine increase perk, like appended magazine or extended magazine. Quick tip, always try to go for appended magazine if you can, because I just now realized this. I always knew that they increased the magazine size by like one shot for most all sniper rifles, if I remember correctly, but appended magazine actually gives you a bonus to reload speed. I have a sniper rifle in my inventory. I think it's this one right here. Yeah. If you put on extended mag, you see the reload speed down there actually is going to be lowered, whereas appended magazine, it has a higher reload speed and so on and so forth. So if you're going in for appended mag or extended mag, I probably would always take appended mag instead, just because it gives you that increase the reload speed there. But okay, so back to Tranquility. Tranquility will give field prep will give you a bonus 50% increase to your reload speed as long as you're crouched. At least that's what I found. At least that's what I found. Based off watching some footage. I didn't find any raw numbers anywhere. I looked pretty much everywhere. I went to Google, typed it in many different ways and many different kinds. I visited like GG, even watched a couple of YouTube videos. Could not find anyone mentioning the actual percent number as to how fast I basically couldn't find the actual percent number written down anywhere. But field prep, from what I could see from a couple of other people's gameplay footage, it looked like it was about a 50% increase to reload speed. That's just me eyeballing it, the difference between when they reloaded standing up and reloaded while crouching. There may have been a little bit, it may be a little bit more, a little bit less. It's completely dependent on, of course, whether they have on a reload increasing perk such as Enhanced Sniper Rifle Loader. The other perk you're usually going to want to run on Tranquility is going to be 4 times the charm or triple tap. You also have the option of firing line. I would also briefly mention between 4 times the charm and triple tap, I feel like triple tap's slightly better, simply because it gives you bigger room to make mistakes. For 4 times the charm, you have to land all 4 shots in your magazine in a row in order to get that extra bullet. Whereas triple tap, you just have to land 3. Both of them essentially will get you, depending on your overall magazine size, will get you the same number of shots. For instance, this one versus using this sniper rifle versus triple tap, 4 shots will essentially, firing 4 shots out of your 5-shot magazine will essentially leave you with 2 shots after the perk activates. Whereas triple tap, see here, you would do 3. That would give you back another bullet. So doing this, it's 5, 3, getting you back another one. So that's another 3. Do that. So that's 5, 6, 7. So it's about 7 shots, and this one will pretty much about give you 7 shots as well. So both do eventually do the same thing. Both will get you the same number of shots if you're landing straight crits, but I feel like triple tap's a little more forgiving if you happen to land a body shot or miss a shot. Firing line. Talking about firing line real quick, I believe that's a 25% increase to your damage. Yeah, but that's only if you're standing next to someone. Hence why I'm going over Vorpal weapon, the Vorpal weapon perk here, because you don't need to be next to someone. That's just a straight up damage increase against bosses, guardians if they're super active, and vehicles. So vehicles is basically your spider tanks, your cabal tanks, the interceptors, the pikes, stuff like that. I imagine it'll gain bonus damage with. But in any case, though, going back to Tranquility here, Tranquility is a kinetic sniper rifle, so therefore it's going to have a 5% increase to its damage straight up, just because it's a kinetic. Its headshot damage on, by the way, I tested this damage out on on the Lost Sector boss on the Cargo Bay, in Cargo Bay 3. I tested out the damage ratings on this boss right here. So all these damage numbers are from him. Are from damaging him. The headshot damage I got on him, it was 19,486, I believe. And then it was body shot damage of about 5,995. And whenever I went to dump the magazine, and this is basically how I do it, I fired as fast as I could, and then reloaded. And about the time that reload's done, that's when I stopped the timer. So firing the 4-shot magazine out of a Tranquility, yes, I realized mine was visually showing 5 shots because I have a pendant magazine on. I went ahead and put on steady rounds and went ahead and did it that way. So I just figured most people, yes, people are going to be going for perks like a pendant magazine, extended magazine. I wanted to get the base reload value for it. So it's for like a magazine size of about 4 shots. It'll take right around 5 seconds to empty out the magazine and then reload it. I don't actually have the straight up DPS numbers. I assume you would multiply that by. I assume you would multiply your headshot damage value, or you probably average out your headshot and body shot damage, and then multiply that by how long it takes you to reload, and I assume that's your overall DPS. I didn't bother to go ahead and get the straight up DPS values, but point being, it's still a hard hitting sniper rifle because of the fact that it is a kinetic sniper rifle. The next sniper rifle I covered is going to be your Soul Survivor. This originally was the sniper rifle I picked up. I probably should put on an appended mag, given what I said about the fact it has that reload speed. Instead of having on that, I don't remember why I have that on, but whatever. This Soul Survivor in particular has triple tap and fire line, so its base damage value is right around its base damage value per headshot. It's going to be 18,000. Actually, hold up, wait a second. Boss spec. Let's talk about boss spec because again, I didn't realize I had boss spec on this whenever I tested it out. Boss spec is going to increase your damage by about 5%. So these damage values do have a 5% that I'm listing off for Soul Survivor. Will have a 5% increase to it. Because I didn't realize that I had boss spec on it at the time. And the same thing will go for my Trophy Hunter with Vorpal weapon. So if you're planning on running boss spec on this, the damage value will be increased by about 5%. But in any case, so this Soul Survivor, the damage in combination with the 5% bonus from boss spec is about 18,558. That's your headshot damage per shot. Your body shot damage per shot is going to be about 5,709. And again, it's another one of your adaptive frame sniper rifles, so it's going to take right around 5 seconds to empty out a 4-shot magazine on the Soul Survivor. Now, I will also mention you can bring this time down a bit further, of course, with a reload masterwork and using a enhanced sniper rifle loader perk. What I got with the enhanced sniper rifle loader perk, what I get from the enhanced sniper rifle loader perk is that it's going to be anywhere between a 5% increase to maybe a 25% increase on your reload speed. I'm I'm trying to remember which one it was I originally looked at to try and look at reload speed on a gauntlet perk. Point being is enhanced sniper rifle reloader is going to give you it's going to give you anywhere, it's going to give you a massive increase to your reload speed. The number I've listed here was an old year one number, so it is outdated. Originally the fastest you could get a gauntlet back then to increase your reload speed on a gun was about like 9%. It was only a 9% increase. Basically it was only ever so slightly faster. You could only get it to be ever so slightly faster, and that was about it. In any case, though, this right here, I imagine enhanced sniper rifle reloader and regular sniper rifle reloader will enhance your reload speed by quite a lot more. That's why I say it could go from anywhere between 5% to 25% increases, somewhere in that range, I assume. But in any case, though, Soul Survivor. It's all. I should also mention is an energy sniper rifle, deals arc damage. I don't have the elemental burn modifiers listed. I don't know how much they're going to increase your percent damage. So it's safe to assume that if you're bringing a energy sniper rifle into a PvE activity, there's at least a 50-50 chance you're going into a burn activity. So you would have to factor in the burn damage increase for this as well if you want to actually see the absolute maximum damage numbers out of it. Okay, so let's talk about Trophy Hunter with no damage bonuses. This is basically Trophy Hunter is an energy sniper rifle. Again, it's a void sniper rifle. I believe I did end up testing this with a pendant mag on, so again, its reload speed may be a little bit, may end up being a little bit faster than what it's actually supposed to be, but who knows. I don't have any other perks I could run on this thing, and I don't have any other Trophy Hunters that don't have reload masterworks that are leveled on them, because they happen to come with a reload masterwork already leveled on them. That said, though, this damage value for this Trophy Hunter per headshot was about 20,638, and its body shot damage per shot was 6,864. It had this with a three shot magazine. Yes, I did dump a shot out of it before actually timing it. With a 3-shot magazine, it will take about right around 6 seconds to reload, from what I can tell. So in any case, though, talking about Vorpal Weapon, because we're fixing to jump straight to that. Vorpal Weapon gives a 10% increase to your damage value. Not quite as good as Firing Line, not quite as good as Box Breathing. If I'm correct, Box Breathing gives you the same damage increase as Firing Line, except for your DPS will be slower with Box Breathing, because once you take a shot with a Box Breathing sniper rifle, Whisper of the Worm is the exception, because whenever you get Whisper Breathing active on it essentially does the same thing as Box Breathing, except for it stays active for every single shot you take. It's only until you put the sight on your sniper rifle down. It's only until you do this, put your sight down, that the damage perk goes away on Whisper of the Worm. But in any case, though, Vorpal Weapon is, unless you really like using Box Breathing on your sniper rifle, Vorpal Weapon is probably going to be a solo player's best friend when they're trying to solo an activity and use a really good DPS sniper rifle. Of course, there's plenty of other builds that you could use to get more DPS out of your character. A good example was the Worm God's Caress exotic gauntlets on the Titan, how that was broken. I plan on making a video where I talk about nothing but Titan builds, so I'll talk a little bit about that there. Just realize that the Worm God's Caress, let's see here if I can find it in exotic armor pieces, because I'm pretty sure I don't have it, by the way. Yeah, Worm God's Caress, I didn't have it to begin with anyways. Picked up an Axiom War Rig earlier when I was doing my daily grind. There was a glitch with Worm God's Caress, and it's now currently a disabled exotic in the game, I believe, at the moment in time of me making this video. So keep that in mind. If you think, oh, I'm going to go use that, you're actually not going to be able to, because Bungie disabled it. Or it should be disabled. That's what I picked up on when watching a video earlier today about Destiny news and stuff like that. But in any case, though, this sniper rifle right here, let's talk about its damage values. And bear in mind, this is a 10% increase. This should be a 10% increase from what I listed earlier from the damage numbers I got on this Trophy Hunter. This Trophy Hunter for per headshot did 23,733. That's your damage per headshot, per crit. Your body shot damage per shot is going to be 11,841. And of course, I have with a 3-shot magazine. I assume, now you have to realize, I have alloy magazine, so when I empty out the magazine, the reload speed is going to be a lot faster. I didn't bother to figure out how fast the alloy magazine was going to make your reload speed. But reload masterwork, your reload masterwork is going to increase your reload speed, I assume by like maybe 0.9%, by about 9%. So I think that's about where it is. The point being is this sniper rifle could reload a lot faster with these two perks combined with my enhanced sniper rifle loader perks. It can reload a lot faster and get a faster time on it, but your base time, reload time for this is going to be 6 seconds if you don't have anything to increase its reload speed. I want to also briefly mention the Supremacy and other lightweight sniper rifles that can, in specific, get perks such as triple tap. Those are supposedly really good DPS weapons. I don't generally like using lightweight frame sniper rifles or really sniper rifles like them. I realize they're pretty much your best sniper rifles to use inside of PvP arenas, but when it comes to DPS, supposedly they're a lot better due to their rate of fire and the fact that you can get triple tap on some of these, and of course extended mag or appended mag. It's just kind of something I heard from Dado way back when, so kind of keep that in mind. To be specific, I think he was talking about, it was the video I heard Dado say that lightweight frame sniper rifles are going to be pretty good. As back whenever he was talking about Garden of Salvation, the Garden of Salvation raid, and what's kind of your best weapons to bring into it in order to try and beat it. So, and I think he listed the Supremacy or really any lightweight frame sniper rifle that has triple tap. But that said, though, Trophy Hunter. Is this a sniper rifle that could potentially... I hate this thrall. I would make a funny quip about them right now, but they really are kind of irritating me to a certain degree. Okay, so Trophy Hunter. Is this a sniper rifle you want to use over in a void burn activity over something like using a recluse with Izanagi's Burden? Is this really something you want to use over that? Probably not. Izanagi's, like I said, that's probably going to out DPS a Trophy Hunter, Soul Survivor, or even a Tranquility fairly easily. Because not to mention it's a kinetic sniper rifle, so I imagine it also gets a 5% increased stat damage on top of its honed edge damage and the bonus damage it gets from its catalyst. So, Trophy Hunter, I guess if you're not being too serious or you don't want to use Recluse, Trophy Hunter may not be a bad weapon to pull into a Void Burn activity with, because it should pull off quite a bit of DPS for you. I could go into a raid at this point and try and show off some DPS numbers there, but... Alright, come here. Clear you guys out, because I'm tired of you guys trying to ruin my ability to show off this damage value. Also, I'm still burning and still getting shot. I'm fixing to die. Basically, everything that went wrong. Point being is, I want to try to show me killing this dude with the sniper rifle. That much damage already. Now imagine that with the Void Burn modifier. Which I assume, actually no, now I think about it, I'd be willing to believe that a Void Burn gives you a 50% increase to your damage. Something tells me that's what it does. I'm not certain right now, I have no proof, I haven't looked it up, but I assume that's what it does. So quick recap, Tranquility. Headshot damage is going to be 19,486 with taking 5 seconds to reload it if you have a 4-shot magazine. To empty the magazine and reload it. If you have a 4-shot magazine, takes 5 seconds to get through your small DPS. To get through your small DPS phase in terms of damaging the boss, reload, and get back to damaging the boss. So that takes right around 5 seconds if you have a 4-shot magazine. And you're not using something like 4 times the charm or triple tap. it'll take a little bit long. You'll be able to stay in that damage range a little bit longer if you're landing your crits using 4 times the charm or triple tap, and have something like extended mag or appended mag on. Soul Survivor, which is the other, which is going to be your basically your equivalent to Tranquility, but in the energy slot, which is going to have it, like I said, it had a headshot damage of about 18,558. Bear in mind that one was boosted by the boss spec mod, so that is that damage value does have a 5% increase for what its base damage value would have been. Its body shot damage value is about 5,709. Actually, I shouldn't be mentioning body shot damage at this point because really we're looking at our absolute maximum DPS with these guns. 4-shot magazine, again, 5 seconds, I assume, is going to be your reload speed for this. Reload speed can vary between these weapons because, as you can see, the reload speed, the bar there for its reload speed are slightly different. I believe this one has, I think Soul Survivor has a slightly faster reload speed than Tranquility. So keep that in mind as well. And aggressive frame sniper rifles should, in general, have a lower reload speed on top, lower reload speed than adaptive frame and lightweight frames in general. Okay, so Trophy Hunter, no damage bonus at all. It's going to do right around 20,638 points of damage. And then it's going to empty out the 3-shot magazine. It's going to be like 6 seconds. Trophy Hunter with Vorpal Weapon. It's going to be doing about 10% more damage. Boss spec, like I already said, it's going to be doing 5% more damage on top of that. I believe it does stack. According to my maths, I'm pretty sure Boss spec and Vorpal Weapon do indeed stack. Because from the numbers I got listed, that's my conclusion. They just stack. Because originally I thought Vorpal Weapon did about 15% increased damage, and then I realized, oh snap, I got boss spec on it, and then I took out, and I saw that boss spec did 5% bonus damage, and I was like, oh, okay then. So boss spec 5% damage, Vorpal Weapon 10% bonus damage. Headshot, my headshot damage with this particular Trophy Hunter was about 23,733, and of course, empty out a 3-shot magazine is going to take about 6 seconds. Without any reload increasing, without any reload increasing perks. What would I call the god roll for a Trophy Hunter? For starters, I think if you're going into PvE and you want to do a god roll Trophy Hunter, Reload Masterwork, Alloy Magazine's alright. Maybe you may want Appended Magazine though. I can't remember if it rolls with Appended Magazine. Triple tap or 4 times the charm, I believe it can only get triple tap on it, and Vorpal Weapon is going to pretty much be your absolute best options for this particular sniper rifle. Pretty much another saying, what I have here is essentially the god roll for this sniper rifle. Is it absolutely perfect? Could it technically be better? Yes. But for doing just straight DPS, really good sniper rifle. Really, 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 really good, in my opinion. That's my opinion. If you want to, I would definitely say this isn't a must-have weapon. If you already have something like Tranquility, a God Roll Tranquility, or a Soul Survivor, I wouldn't tell you that this is an absolute must-have. But if you want to, I would say go ahead, pick it up. You most certainly won't regret it, especially if you plan on using it, especially if you desperately don't want to ever use Recluse. Go ahead and pick this up, I would definitely say, and try it out. If you love sniper rifles, pick it up anyways. It's a sniper rifle, it's not a bad one, so go ahead and pick it up, I would dare say. If you're someone like me who just straight up loves sniper rifles above any other special weapon in the game. Okay, so hopefully I did a good job here for you guys. I'm sorry I didn't have the overall DPS numbers for you in terms of what your actual DPS would be with these weapons. Again, hope you guys enjoyed the video. Hopefully it was helpful. I'll see you guys next time. Have a great day.